Live.
I
Hello,
guess we're
everybody.
live. Yes, we're live. There we go. I didn't get my 1, 2, 3. It usually gives me a 1, 2, 3.
Well, we're gonna, we're gonna have to do without, I
We're
guess.
live. No, no,
All
no.
right.
Like on the screen, it goes 1, 2, 3, and it just went live.
Yeah, I just got a message saying, well, text on over the screen saying you're
Right.
live.
You're live.
No, you're live. Okay. Am I on my channel though?
Nice. I don't know if it broadcasts to both channels.
No,
I
it's
don't
not
know.
broadcasting to my channels. You're getting all the views. You.
I'm getting all the views. Well, next time we'll do it on your channel, and you'll get all the views. This is a test, folks.
Yeah.
We're going. I am with Frederick Guimont, and
Guimont.
he's a
Guimont. Get it
Guimont.
right.
Guimont. This guy
You
here.
got it.
Look at this beautiful
You got
lady
it.
here. He's the creator of Rattel. What's up, Mikey, in the chat? Go to rattelcomic.com and you can buy his comic book.
Oh, I'm going to want to pull up the chat on my laptop here
Yeah.
and
Chat
have a
is
look.
king. Chat is king.
Dude, I've got 2 more subscribers since last night and I didn't do shit.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, well, you were promoting the hell out of me, so I think you. I've got 2 more subscribers since
Well,
last night. And I
hopefully.
didn't do. Yeah, it works. It
Mikey
works. Okay.
says it's
Material
time
Man,
for the
that's
G
Mikey.
month.
Okay.
Yeah, Material Man is Mikey.
Do we get
The
free
Halloween
pizza?
month.
I hope so, Mikey. It's the time G month.
It's
Is
time
that
for the
code for
G.
something?
Well, it's your month. You're the G month.
Oh, okay, I got it. Good one,
G
Mikey.
month. Yeah.
Good one.
The Guimont.
Halloween month. Yes, it's Halloween month for 24 hours, so enjoy the heck out of it.
I'm drawing
All right.
Punchy from Chainsaw Man, and Fred is drawing his character Medusa, aka the black what? What do you call it?
Medusa, the Black Medusa. You got it, man. Dude, you remembered her
I was gonna say
real
Black
civilian?
Mamba for a second.
No,
But
you're
the black,
thinking of
yeah,
another creator. That's Tarantino, man. That's Kill Bill.
yeah. It's
Kill
Kill
Bill's my
Bill.
favorite film of
Really?
Tarantino's.
Oh,
Well, I mean,
okay.
it's up there with Pulp Fiction. Like, I can't decide which of the two I like. I guess it depends if I'm
The
feeling
mood of the
like,
day, right?
yeah, I mean, Kill Bill, it's got freaking kung fu action, right?
Wait,
It's
wait,
got
wait. Is it Kill Bill
katanas.
Volume 1 or Kill Bill as a whole? Because I love Volume 1 way more than I like Volume 2.
Yeah, dude, it's not a question. It's volume 1. Like, come
Okay, I was
on.
just making sure.
Come on, man. Motorcycle
So,
rides,
those
a
who
katana
know,
fight in the, like, fucking Japanese punk rocks playing as she's killing a bunch of henchmen in in a Japanese club,
right, and that
slicing
one
off
shot take,
the scalp
that
of
one
her
shot
enemy at the
take,
end.
dude, that was a beautiful shot.
This is crazy, crazy stuff. I got to draw. Last time I was live, like somebody says, you draw slow.
Yeah, it's happened to me, dude. I'll start talking and I'll stop drawing for like 20 minutes. I'm like, oh, I didn't draw anything. Poopies.
Well, I drew you in here, so there you go.
Nice.
All right. All right. I
Oh,
got a kitty cat on my lap. The cat's always coming on my lap now when I'm drawing, which is,
oh,
I guess, nice.
it's sweet, right? Because they love you. They love you.
Yeah, but sometimes like she wants to rub against my hand because she wants to be pet, and then I'm inking, and she's just like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna rub against your wrist and your hand while you're inking that line, and just
No
make you.
bueno, no bueno, kitty. No
So
bueno, kitty.
so if I ever make any mistakes inking, I'm gonna blame it on the cat,
Right.
regardless if it's true or not.
Yeah. Mikey says, will he review the history of Usagi Ojimbo or CrossGen? Are you referring to me or
I
Fred?
hope he's referring to you. I don't know the history of either. I mean, I'm familiar with both, but like on a like on a superficial level, I know CrossGen is it's a comic book company that was like an investor came in, threw a lot of money at it, and was basically like throwing cash in the comic book industry to make his his way in. I think
Yeah.
Chuck Dixon was working for CrossGen at the time, which is weird because you got parallels with the Rippaverse now. And Usagi Yojimbo. You know what? I'm more familiar with the Usagi Yojimbo crossover in Ninja Turtles. I've never picked up a
Right.
Usagi book, but I had a Usagi Yojimbo like action figure when I was a kid. Might have been my
Yeah.
brother's, but who like all our stuff was mixed in a common toy box, so
Right.
doesn't matter.
Well, CrossGen, there was this millionaire. I think he was. I want to say he won the lottery or something like that, and he's like, "I'm gonna make my own comic book company," and he had like $10 million to blow on it, and he blew it all. And then he ended up selling the company at the end when before it went totally belly up, and Marvel bought it all.
Oh,
Yeah.
so Marvel ended up with CrossGen.
Yep. They own all the IPs from CrossGen. Yeah.
Are any of the CrossGen IPs like still active today, or is it?
Like 2 years ago, they did like a soft launch of like two titles or something like that, but it only lasted like 2 or 3 issues, and then they canceled them. But yeah,
Great
they had
investment.
they had a bunch of big names. Yeah, they bought it for cheap. I think they paid like maybe 1 million or 2 million for it, maybe 3 million at the most. So the guy kind of recuperated a couple million, but or he
I
was
mean,
already a millionaire and he just wanted to own his own comic book
I
company.
was hearing about them like back in the day in the '90s, but like I didn't have any interest in them.
Well, the guy was trying to revolutionize the distribution method. He was trying to cut out diamond, and he wanted people to order directly from their website. But he just and that's what it's kind of like crowdfunding, right? It's kind of like direct distribution to customers. But he just couldn't get everybody on board, and he did manage to get some retailers to like start ordering directly because he was really trying to cut out diamond. But
Well,
diamond didn't like that. They're
sounds
like,
like he had some. He sounds like well, it makes a lot of sense when you say it, but he might have been like ahead of his time.
yeah,
I mean, you can have great ideas that like just it's just too early. Like Microsoft created a tablet way before Apple did, but like it never took off.
yeah. Yeah, also he was a big proponent of digital comics. He's one of the ones that was pushing for digital comics for years before DC, and that led to a lot of pirating of their comics. So that didn't help them, but he was still very adamant that it's the future. And he was offering like CDs of the whole collection, and all that added to the piracy, which unfortunately did not help. But
Well, I would disagree with that. I think piracy is marketing.
yeah, that's probably why people still know CrossGen because of that. But
Yeah, I mean, I've always been a sucker for the artist. I've just followed the artist, and so I naturally went from Marvel to Image, and then Image kind of had too much of a slow output. There wasn't any more good books,
yeah, they couldn't
and
keep up. Yeah,
well, it was also a bait and switch. Like we were talking about Jim Lee the other day with his Death Blow character. It's like, oh, this is the best freaking art I've ever seen in my life. It's Jim Lee doing Frank Miller type black and white art, except they've got like crazy gray tones in the coloring and adding some. It's beautiful, best thing I've ever seen in terms of art. And then bait and switch, or it's too slow, it doesn't come out. Uh, I think Todd McFarlane was on time. I really like Todd. He had the right mindset. He was professional putting out stuff, but the story was all over the place with Spawn. Like you had new writers coming in, so they had good
yeah. Todd was in
stories.
it to win it. Yeah,
Well, he did win it. I mean, freaking Todd is the one that came out
yeah. The
like a
only
big
two
winner, I
that
think.
well, there was three guys. Jim Valentino's book Shadowhawk came out on time. Eric Larson's Savage Dragon came out on time, and Todd. They were the only three, that were consistent. And then Jim's Shadowhawk, it was only like a 4 to 6 issue miniseries, so he would take breaks in between the 2 volumes of the original Shadowhawk. So that's what helped keep him on time.
Nice. Yeah, I still have the original Shadowhawk. Maybe 1 and 2, or at least one. It's like a black cover with embossed mask of Shadowhawk, silver printing. They had such beautiful, dude. They went all out.
Yeah, we'll get to you in a second, Mikey. Mikey's got a bunch of comments here in the chat. Let me see here. It says, "Nah, man, nah, the G man, because he reminds me of my favorite reviewer who sounds kind of like him." Okay, cool. Hence, I
Oh,
said, but since he really reviews both awesome and yes, I'm a huge cross-gen fan. I want to do something similar, cheap that's expensive. Jim Chung fanboy here. Jim Chung is great. Um, what you think of Ghost Machine or the Massive Verse or Energon Verse? Also,
yeah.
the Glitch Verse. Geez, that's a
Ghost
lot of questions there.
Machine. Yeah. Uh, there's a title. Ghost Machine is a title, I think, right? It's.
Yeah, it's
I
Image,
read
isn't it?
the. No. It, yes. It's Image, but it's a specific studio of artists that kind of like applied together as a group, as a studio for
Right.
Image.
Yeah.
So they've got their own kind of like small universe. I don't even know if they overlap in the stories. I have issues with Ghost Machine. I have issues. I have 6 issues. um,
No, that's funny.
yeah, no, it's terrible. I'm sorry. I apologize. I would like to make a formal apology to everyone who heard that joke, especially Mikey.
Hmm.
But the just to get to the point here, the art is the most beautiful art I've seen all year in comics. Incredible art. And the story had some major issues, and I was sticking to it because the art was so beautiful. But the more I read the story, the more it made me angry because it's everything wrong with movies now. Like the hero is not really the hero; it's his girlfriend, the girl boss. He has
Oh
no
yeah, I
kind of
remember hearing about
agency.
that.
There's a lot of like we did a whole review, me and Billy Bob and Tinkage. So we did like a review of issues 1 to 6, and yeah, it's painful because I
Isn't
love
that
the
art
art.
by
The art's
Jason Fabok?
yes,
Yeah,
yeah, it's the most beautiful freaking art.
which is a
He's
David
on the
Finch
level with
clone.
David Finch.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
it's so good.
he studied with David Finch for like 2 years as an apprentice. He actually would hang out at David's studio in his house and learned how to.
Well, I think he might have kidnapped David Finch and forced him to draw under him
That's
and just signs the books and the checks.
that's
I
probably
think.
true. He's
I don't
like
want to start any
he's kicking David
rumors.
under the desk. Get to work, David. Read another page, bitch.
Yeah, the more you say it, the more it sounds true.
Hmm.
But the art's so freaking beautiful. Everything about it is gorgeous, man. But dude, I
I bet
can't
it
get
is.
in. The story hurts. It hurts me to fucking read that book.
Oh yeah.
No, dude, like he like it. Like the premise is they leave Earth because Earth is doomed. Climate change. It's all that frick. It's so much of that woke fucking bullshit. Right? It's not full on woke. It's not, but it's there. Like you got the climate change thing is kind of like the backdrop of it. So they go to this other planet and the what's it called? The terraform, permaform. What's the word when you
Terraform.
make terraform? Yeah. So basically, they turn it into a new Earth.
Right.
But then shit goes south really quick, and so they decide, oh, we're going to go back to Earth now. It's like, wait,
Oh.
isn't Earth doomed? What are you talking about? And he's just like one guy going to get scraps. Like he okay, here's the thing. He grew up a farmer, and he goes to this other planet, and then he wants to go back to Earth. So he's gathering scraps of ships, putting them together, and he's making a fully functional rocket ship just by piecing scraps of other ships that are crashing on takeoff. How the fuck does a farmer boy just go around grabbing debris and make a ship that works? Like, it demands so much like this, like suspension of disbelief.
Yeah.
That
well, his name's Luke Skywalker. I'm a pilot.
I mean, even
And
Skywalker failed at stuff. Like he didn't succeed, and he was the best freaking pilot before he took on a spaceship. Like he could shoot wombats from his like land speeder.
Right.
So yeah, so I have a lot of issues with the story, which is unfortunate because it would be my favorite book if the story was
farm
just
boy become a space engineer, right? Like what?
Yeah,
Physics and
dude.
shit. You gotta know physics and math and shit. Come on.
You have to build him up like on the farm, like repairing the equipment, and then going from repairing farm equipment to becoming like a rocket scientist.
A
Like
genius.
you have to set that up. You can't just pick up scraps of rockets and build a fully functional rocket. Like it's the most freaking intricate thing.
They could explain it if they're like genetically altered and they're like smart from birth, and he just chose and wanted to be a farmer. Like you could embed because it's a future story, right? You could embed all that
Yeah.
knowledge into people. Like all people have this knowledge now because that's just how we breed,
Yeah.
right? Or breed them, or how we're all super smart now. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Because
But you
I
can't do
like
that
the
because then they're overpowered, right? Because when you're super smart, you can solve all the problems. Like,
well, not all the time. I mean, you can know how to solve problems and not be able to do it as well. The thing is, the concept, I like it. I didn't even talk about the concept here. The concept is they've got these animal masks that they put on, which give them a symbiotic relationship with animals. So they can basically control the animals, but then there's a feedback loop where they also feel what the animals are thinking, and they can be affected by the animals in return, which is super interesting. And I like the concept. For me, it's a perfect like Saturday morning cartoon for kids. Like the concept really works. It's, you can have a team, and that's pretty much what they're starting to build in the comic, right? And everyone has a mask that's different, controls a different animal. The bad guys are stealing the other people's masks. That's a silly concept in a way, but I like it a lot. I think that's really cool. It's fantastical. It's got this technological aspect to it that's cool. I like that. I like that a lot.
yeah, I can
That
see
part
that being
really
really
works.
cool for a cartoon because it makes you empathetic to animals, especially if there's that feeling thing. You know.
Yeah, yeah, and it gives a lot of variety to the art and the story as well. Now,
Welcome
here's
to
the
the
thing.
chat, Art of Roy. How are you?
Hey, how you doing, Art?
He's gonna
Nice
tell
to
us
see you.
how we're doing everything wrong and we suck as artists. Thank you, Art of Roy.
Well, he better, because I was getting too cocky. I was starting to think I was actually decent, for a while.
Right. Well.
Can't have
Until
that.
Art of Roy showed up.
Can't have that.
Yeah. No, I'm just teasing him.
We're kidding, of course. We're kidding. We're kidding.
He's a talented artist in his own right, and very cool guy. And he actually makes money as an artist, doing good things. Like he like designs. He's a designer or something like that, engineer or something. So he's like, I want to make real money, bitches, not this art petty money. I'm not starving. I got a family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes
And
sense.
then he does like pro cards for Upper Deck and stuff, Star Wars, uh, like trading cards stuff. Yeah,
Really?
he works professionally on the side as a side hustle for those trading cards. I don't know, Upper Deck, and I don't know what the other ones are called, but like tops and stuff. He's done a bunch of
Lower
stuff.
deck?
Yeah, Lower Deck, Upper Deck,
Side
tops
deck?
cards. My big
Um,
wait.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been, having fun doing my own little promo cards as well. I mean, it's nothing fancy and not a whole lot of them, but
Yeah, but they're your
really makes,
characters and your cards. That's
yeah, and it makes me feel like a kid when doing that. It makes it feel real. When you're holding a trading card of your own character in your hands, there's something about it
absolutely.
that's special.
Yeah,
It's like
agreed.
it's real now, bitches.
Yeah. I've made it. I've made it, Mom. I succeeded. Thank you
Well, I
for all
wouldn't
the
go that far.
encouragement.
I
Thank you
think
for all the encouragement.
I'll say that when the bank account gets filled with all the sales and stuff, that'll be a nice day. But right now, we're building something. We're building towards, a big story,
Awesomeness. Awesomeness.
a character, making it alive. That's kind of what goes back to what I was telling you before the stream, where I'm getting ready to do a second trailer. I got to get really into that elevator pitch mode, right?
Hmm.
Like, I got to be selling, okay, who's this character? Why should you care about him? Kind of
And then
mode.
switch it into a girl boss comic, and everything's about the girl boss, and the man can't succeed without her. Yeah,
Well, she's the
switch
key to
on her.
everything, right?
She's the key. Yeah, she's Kylo Ray Skywalker.
Yeah, did you hear about that? There was a news item that came out about Star Wars, and I try to avoid Star Wars news. I'm so
Yeah.
sick of it. But here I am bringing it up. But apparently, there was a Kylo Ren movie that just never made it to production. They had a full script of it. They wanted to bring him back from the dead. Surprise, surprise. And yeah, Bob Iger said no.
Why would you? Nobody liked. I mean, they like Kylo Ren like as a bad guy, but in the end, nobody liked Kylo Ren. I mean, or the
Yeah, but now
story.
you're using reason, which previously Lucasfilm was not using reason.
Oh
Disney
yeah, yeah.
was not
Well, like,
using
why would
reason.
you even write a full script to begin with? Yeah.
So that's the story here, is that they were forced to start using reason because they're losing so much money on these. Like the third Star Wars movie, well, third sequel,
Mhm.
lost so much money that they've even a big corporation like Disney felt it. And now they've got Mandalorian movie queuing up to be in theaters soon-ish. I don't even
I
know
actually
what.
want to watch it because I don't care. Because Grogu's in it, and I don't care. Well, I
So
hate
did you say you want to
Pedro.
watch it or you don't want to watch it?
I want to watch it because I love Grogu. I don't care. I don't care.
Oh, you don't care in that sense. Okay, you don't care about the hate or the problems. You just want to see
Right.
Baby Yoda.
I just want to see the baby Yoda.
Well, you're going to be happy because they put him 3 times in the poster. Like, you look at the poster, he's there 3 times on the poster,
All right. Yeah, baby Yoda.
which is crazy. Why would you put a character more than once on a poster?
Because we're gonna get baby Yoda 24/7. That's why.
Yeah, and if you look at the trailer, it's like every other
scene.
cut.
Yeah.
Every other cut in the trailer is Baby Yoda.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that movie's gonna be. It's for kids. It's totally for kids. It's not made for adults. It's for
Yeah, but
kids and teen bopper girls,
that's why it's going to
young
fail. That's why it's going to
adult
fail
girls.
because Star Wars used to be for everybody. So kids would love it. Adults would love it. There was something in it for everybody. Now it's just for kids apparently.
Well. I mean, look at the Star Wars specials that came out on TV. Those weren't for everybody, dude.
No, but I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the movies
Movies. But look, there's the
in
Star
theater.
Wars. There's the Star Wars cartoons, right? And those are
Yeah.
like primarily for kids. A lot of adults watch them because they want to keep up with the lore, but they're they're really for kids. And I think that's the audience they're chasing now. You know, it's that audience, the audience that loves.
Yeah, but see, you're talking about a Saturday morning cartoon. Like when I'm talking about the big Hollywood movie production,
Blockbuster, yeah.
because
I,
they don't have anything. They haven't put out a movie in years, and
it's gonna fail. I know it's
the
gonna fail.
IPs, yeah, the IP's going to go the way of cross gen.
Well, they've talked about like there's a Ray. I thought there's a Ray movie they're gonna make, and she signed on for it. They're just kind of trying to let
Yeah,
the dust settle,
they just
right?
did the announcement. There was never any script, and the actress was. It was almost humiliating because there's like they made this big announcement,
Hmm.
and the actress was all excited. Yay! I'm going to be making money again because she
Hmm.
was so typecast that she couldn't get any
Other
interesting
roles,
roles outside
right?
of other than that. And when journalists followed up with her, she was like, "Yeah, I didn't see any script yet. I'm looking forward to it." And just nothing ever followed up.
Nothing. Well,
Nothing.
here's the secret, Daisy Ridley. She's been in a couple movies since Star Wars, but you gotta show the skin if you want to get untypecast and get away from Disney. Go do a movie like what's her name? The 50 Shades of Grey dumb girl. Go do a movie where you go all out sexiness and Disney won't want to use you ever again and you get out of typecasting and you'll get more roles. You know.
Yeah, but that if she, yeah.
It's hit and miss, right? It's a little hit and miss, but it's possible. What's up, Zomboy? Haven't kept up with the chat here. Let me go back real quick. Mikey said, none taken, you're good. And then this is who I'm talking about. Okay. Don't go check that video out. Stay here. Stay here. Marky, what are you putting videos over there for other YouTubers? We don't like that. You stay with us. Like, share, follow, and subscribe to me and this guy only. And then Mikey's always pushing glitch stuff. Glitch verse when. Uh, he's so crazy about it.
Yeah,
I have a
so
huge deck. Even the ladies love it, says Mikey. And the chat says,
I got a
woo!
question when you're done. I think you're done. Okay.
I'm done.
Because I asked you while you were streaming, what's up with Glitch? And a couple of shows ago, I was under the impression you hadn't written the script. And then in the other show, you told me, oh, you've got 20 pages written and you've got a few that are drawn out already?
So I have 60 to 70 pages drawn out, about
Wait,
10 colored.
how many pages? 60 to 70?
60 to 70, yeah.
Wait, drawn out in what state? Like full pencil pages or like thumbnails?
Full inked pages. And about
Wait, you've got
10.
70 pages of a comic and you haven't put anything out?
Hmm. Yeah.
What is wrong with you, man?
Well, I started it back in 2000. I started making. So I actually started the comic when I was 16 in high school, and it's been refined since then. But back in 2010, I started taking and rewriting and adding more pages to the story and finalizing the story and everything.
Right.
And I drew them all out. I resized them to 11 by 17 from the original stuff
Okay.
that I had as a kid, which was drawn on regular 8.5 by 11 paper. And I rescaled them all up. I cleaned them up a little bit. I kept them almost exactly the same because there's a little bit of nostalgia to them, and I didn't want to like make them so pristine and clean because I really like the idea of seeing that I drew those first 10 pages when I was 16 and they're pretty decent. And
Okay.
so you can do it too, right? And then the rest of the pages I start doing artsy stuff and it gets out there. One of these days, Fred, I will show you the portfolio that has most of the first issue, basically. The first 24, 30
Okay.
pages.
So why aren't you putting out like I don't know a first 24 or 48 page part of the
Well,
story?
that's the plan. So I was getting ready to do all that, but then I went through a divorce, and one of the things that I kind of wanted to keep on the back burner and to make sure she couldn't claim any of the IP was just don't do anything with it for a little bit
Oh, okay.
because I was like, well, if I do something with this right away, and I'm not fully divorced yet. Is there the same kind of thing that Cecil kind of ran into, and much
Yeah,
less like forget if I actually made money on it in some kind of crowdfund or something. And so that kind of worked out that it all that crap went through and happened, and I just waited and waited and dude, yeah, there were so many big plans and so much good stuff happening, and then that divorce thing just threw everything into the ringer, man.
I hear you, man. I feel bad for you for that. Sorry to hear that.
Nah, it's all good now. I mean, now I ain't got to no responsibilities to anyone except for myself for the most part. So that's good. Let's see. Zomboy says I got 96 pages colored, not released yet. Ha ha. Yeah, yeah. So I'm kind of there. And life kicks you in the balls, and sometimes you just have to put stuff on the back burner for a little bit. And I've been putting it on the back burner for a while. But also, as I was making the pages, crowdfunding was a thing that was starting to come about, and I was like, well, let me wait a little bit. And at the time too, I had enough money that I could just publish it myself, um, and I could make print 1,200 copies, 2,000 copies, or whatever, right? So
Yeah,
I was saving up. I had like 5, 6 grand in the bank that I was going to use just to publish my own comic. Um, and then that gets thrown out of the bank, thrown out of the mix too because of the divorce, and uh, she's taking half of that, and then she started spending. Oh, dude, this is such a mess, dude. Yeah, there's a lot of money that was wasted there. Crazy. That's
I
why.
get it.
That's why I'm a total jerk when I talk about the X. There's so much stuff, dude. It's just
Oh yeah, I mean it's not everyone's like that, to be honest. I mean everyone
yeah,
has issues with relationships in the past and stuff that everyone's been wronged and been had in a relationship at some point or other, right?
yeah.
I mean it's got to be like half the source material for comics, comedians.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah, and Glitch is a self insert or was because it's so much time has passed now that like the character that is Glitch me as a younger person is not who I am now absolutely at all, you know?
Hmm.
So like it's an analog of some biographical kind of info, like the being illiterate when I was a kid. But kids are illiterate. But I didn't learn how to read and reach my grade level till I was like in high school. Like I barely caught up to being ninth grade level when I entered high school because I was a dumb kid. Uh, but there's more to the story. But anyway, I do kind of take that and make it a narrative in the Glitch comic.
Yeah, I think you told me a little bit of this story at one point.
Yeah,
I remember us talking. Maybe it was on a Monday draw with Aaron.
yeah, yeah. So, um, yeah, dude. Yeah. So there's a bunch of stuff, and the thing is, there's a couple of holes that I need to fill in the story to make it more consistent, and to kind of just add a. It's a little bit of filler, but I think it's important. Like there's a little story that I have to tell about my grandfather. Um, he was in the North Korean War, and so my grandfather he had his gallbladder removed. I guess like in his 30s or something. And when I was a kid growing up, he was in his later 40s or 50s, and I would ask him, "Hey, Grandpa, where'd you get that big scar in your chest?" And he's like, "I got it in the war when I was fighting the Koreans. One of the Koreans came up to me and he hit me with a bayonet and he scratched me, and I took my gun and I plopped him right in the head." And so he would tell me this fantastical story, right? And years later, when I was in college, I'm like, "Hey, Grandpa, tell my friend about the story with the when you were fighting the Koreans in the Korean War, and how you got that scar in your chest." He's like, "Miko, what are you talking about, Miko? What scar? Oh, you mean this one from my gallbladder removal?" I was like, "What?" Don't you remember you told me as a kid, blah blah blah. And my friend was just laughing and laughing, and he's like, "No, I got it. I was just kidding and telling you a story because you were a little kid, and I can't believe you remember that." And but so I had this image in my head of my grandfather fighting these Koreans, and I want to tell that story in the comic, and it's kind of to show these heroes you look up to. Sometimes they're not what you expect, but they're still your heroes, right? Because that's my grandfather, and he'll always be a badass, right? To me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So so I want to tell that story in the comic because it's fun, it's insightful, it gives you like a sense of family, against of history and culture for the story and the characters, and that's part of like the I guess sharing a little bit of like Hispanic culture, because family's important and stuff, and I think a lot of people can kind of identify that, whether you're
Yeah.
Hispanic, Mexican, or whatever, you know. But anyways, while we're eating tamales, guys, while we eat tamales,
That's cool, man. That's funny. I
it's
like
a
that.
pretty funny story, right? It's pretty entertaining. Of
Oh
course,
yeah.
that's just like the super short version of it.
I
It's
mean, anyone can relate to that. Like I would have done the same thing. I would have told a crazy tale instead of saying, "Yeah, it's my gallbladder operation.
yeah, yeah.
I was in the war."
Back in the
You,
Korean
you,
War, I killed me some commies.
you should have seen the other guy.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I used to wake up real early on Saturdays and hang out with my grandfather while we watched freaking Lone Ranger, black and white Lone Ranger, and he'd be drinking his coffee, and he liked watching Lone Ranger too. So it was totally about American culture, and yeah, I want to tell kind of a little bit of my grandfather's story in the comic too,
Yeah,
and my
man.
dad's. So try to preserve their memory, you know, because they were good influences on me.
Ah, that's cool, man.
Yeah. Let's see. It's a good ash can. I'm still retarded, says Paula's Hearts. Congratulations on your divorce. Thank you, sir. Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's good times, good times. Dude, and it's not like I had a bad marriage. It was a good one. I mean, up until the only part that sucks is the last 6 months, you know, and the rest of the 6 months of waiting for it took a year to get finalized. So which I never interacted with her at all, right? So it was fine. But the 6 months leading up to it all, or like, well, 3 months at the end, and then 3 months of dealing with it with some minimal interaction, and then nothing after 6 months, because it just takes sometimes it just takes forever to get through the court system. It was fine, you know, but the rest of the marriage was pretty good actually. Like that's what makes me so teed off about it is I don't know. I never got any real closure on it, and I'm never gonna get any, because I totally believe anything she tells me is a lie about it. There's no
Yeah,
honesty, right?
yeah,
And there was a point where
yeah.
do
Women
you
are
guys
full of
do?
shit, man. They'll just lie to you with a straight face,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then when you
I don't
call them
know.
out, you're lying. Yeah, of course I'm lying.
Yeah.
It's like you're just terrible.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't know. If people want to hear about it because they're asking questions, I'll answer. But I don't necessarily want to talk about. I mean, I love talking about it, but I hate talking about it. You know, I
Yeah,
love talking about it because
this is your
it's
public
some
therapy
bullshit.
session, Omer.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't know if I want to get that personal, but I used to talk about it all the time, man. I want to shut up about it. But I don't care now. I mean, I just like talking about it because it's funny, right? It's a horrible allegory, right? It's a don't do it. Uh, think twice if you think you're in love.
I mean, it's hard today because women and men have been so polarized in different directions that it's hard to build something with a solid foundation because women will just like vipers, like they'll just drop these suggestions to their female friends. Oh, you could do better than him.
Mm.
Like you could, like they'll throw away a
Their hope.
marriage. They'll throw away. Like you guys didn't have any kids yet, right?
No, thank God. Well, she didn't
Yeah.
have any. We tried, but
Okay.
ugh.
But it's
I
like,
was late on that one, man.
I see women throwing away marriages, relationships, families for all this feminist bullshit, man.
Well, this one did that. She did the exact same what you're talking about. Someone got in her ear on Facebook, and I'm like, "Why are you on Facebook so much?" I told her, "Do not." She let somebody else influence her than me, which I should have been the only person influencing her, and her daughter or the step kid. She wanted to live vicariously through her somehow, and I was like, "Dude, you're not a kid anymore, and your kid's gonna." She's like, "Oh, my kid will be with me forever and ever." And I was like, dude, she's not gonna be with you forever. She's gonna grow up, and she's already at that point. She's already a young adult. She's got a boyfriend. She's gonna leave you. Why is she gonna stay with you? She wants her own life. And this chick couldn't get it in her head. I was like, dude, you're whoever you're talking to or whatever ain't giving you good advice, dummy. You need to be listening to me. And she didn't
Yeah,
want to.
yeah, no, no. I mean, we're living in a day and age where everyone is telling them don't be bogged down by men. Men are evil. So it's like, yeah. Well, anyways, I don't want to get us necessarily stuck in this
Right,
topic.
yeah, this
Let's
loop.
talk about comics or some
Paula
shit.
says, or because they're bored. Yeah, they're bored and stupid. Yeah, and easily manipulated. Like, come on, man. That's part of the thing. It's like, dude, and let's not. Let's move on. Move
Let's
on.
move on.
Otherwise, we'll just get into this feedback look of bashing women, and it's not about that. Not all women are like that. You
No.
know, it's just the ones that are retarded.
Women are beautiful creatures. Just look at my Medusa here, you know?
Right, right. Yeah, the ones that don't see
Is,
it just.
isn't she like an embodiment of female beauty?
Yep, look at that. That's the way they naturally are right there. That's what they really look like on the inside. Yeah. Don't be fooled, guys. Oh, I'm drawing Ponchi from Chainsaw Man. If you hadn't noticed, the number one movie in America, from what I'm told, and it's a manga, an anime, and so I thought I'd jump on the bandwagon and do some fan art. I love Ponchi. He's so
When
cute.
I heard Chainsaw Man, especially at the Halloween time, I thought it was going to be like a Chainsaw Massacre type of character, like serial
Oh yeah,
killer,
yeah.
but it's nothing like that.
Ed Gaines takes his yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's nothing like that. Nothing like that at all. It's about Denchi and Ponchi and them fighting the what's the name of the chick or the gun god or whatever they call him.
I don't know. I did watch that. It looks like a Pixar film, but it's that K-pop Demon Hunters. I told you about
Oh
that
yeah,
last
yeah.
week.
Mm-hmm.
So
How'd you like it? How'd you like it?
it was weird, man. At first, I was like, cause everyone was talking about it. I was like, okay, this sounds like something that could be fun to watch. Let's have a look at it. You know, just to have something to say on the topic, right? Everyone's talking, oh, it's great, it's great. Okay, well, let's give it a shot. And so I start watching it, and I'm like, why am I watching this? It's like this is really. It feels like something for a little girl, right? Because it's just these strong female models. All the guys are limp wristed. You know, it's no real. The only guys that have anything going for them are the demons.
Yeah, the demons. Yeah,
And I'm
when
trying
they're
not
in
to
the
fall
demon
back into
world too.
our guys and
Yeah,
women
yeah, yeah.
conversation. Trying
That's
really
why we're the
hard,
demons,
Elmer.
right?
I'm trying really hard not to go back in that conversation. So there,
It's all good.
well, I kind of like agreed with the fact that boy bands are demonic, but that's
Yeah.
beside the point. So I get into it. It feels awkward watching it. It feels okay. I'm not really the target audience for this, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
But as the story evolves, there's like there's man versus man. The
Real quick, guys, hit the likes and the hearts and the hundreds so we can push the stream out. Thank you. We got 9 people watching. Continue.
yeah. So I was saying and especially right now, I'm reading a lot about writing, so I can see the man versus man conflict. The girls versus the demons. The opposing characters. And then one of the characters has a big internal conflict. I don't want to do any spoilers. If anyone wants to watch the film, because it actually is a good movie.
Yeah.
And she's got this whole internal conflict going at the same time in parallel. And I was like, okay, this is good. This is working on a couple of different layers. And what I really, really liked about it, what it came out really strong, was they filmed the fight scenes the same way that the Koreans will film their K-pop videos.
Hmm.
So very highly produced. The cameras are zooming around the singers, the characters, like there's a drone attached to their heads, and all these advanced like motion capture kind of like camera movements and stuff during the
Yeah,
fight.
but it also looks like a real fight scene. Like they filmed a real fight scene to make the fight scene. It's not just like made up. Like it
Did,
feels pretty in
did you
depth.
see it? Did you watch it as well?
Yeah, yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it
Okay.
twice, dude. I'm so hooked on that fucking series. I'm gonna draw some fan art of it because
But what series
yeah,
though? It's just a movie, isn't it?
yeah, yeah. It's a movie. It's just a movie, right?
Okay.
But it's so good. When I watched it, I felt a
It
little
is
bit
good.
weird like the first 3 minutes of it, and then I was just like, you know what? These girls are guys. I just saw them as guys fighting guys. It didn't even matter that they're actually girls or whatever. This is I was like, the music is the only thing that makes it girly. And as I watched it, I didn't care that they were girls. I was like, these are just guys fighting guys, and it's all really gay. And
It
so
is
as a
really
fan,
gay. Yeah, it
yeah.
is. Like
So I just started. I just watched it as an action movie with music in it as
yeah,
they sing, and
yeah.
that's how I saw it.
Yeah, it's got a lot of inspiring stuff in it. It's
It's
a
a
fun
trick
ride.
to it's a trick to make girls think they can fight and sing at the same time, and they can't because one guy will just punch you and you'll be knocked out, and you will. It's
Yeah,
a false narrative on for ladies.
yeah. So it is like strong female types, but they're well written. They have flaws. They go through obstacles, and so it's a good, well written story. So despite
Yeah,
them
that
being
is
strong
true.
women, they don't fall into the same quote unquote strong woman traps that we see
Well, they
in
feel like
shitty
real
movies.
people, right? Because of
Yeah,
their
yeah.
vulnerability.
That's the thing. They overcome challenges. They have
But they will
obstacles.
win no matter what.
Oh yeah, but that's any
Because
freaking children's movie, you know.
yeah, that's the whole
So,
point of the
but you don't
hero,
know
right?
how they're going to win, though. That's the thing, because one of the characters has a internal conflict. She has a secret that must not be revealed, and so
Yeah.
you're like, oh, how is that going to play out? So, a lot of it, you're kind of like a little bit on the edge of your seat, like, oh, how are they going to go about this? How is it going to resolve? Of course, you know that they're going to win. Things are going to go well at the end, but you're not sure how. Are they going to be able to turn any of those demons, or are they just going to, win over them? Because their approach at the beginning is very superficial. Like, oh, we're going to fight the
Hmm.
demons and do a diss track and just, lay it on them, but it doesn't work. One of the girls is not feeling it. It's like this is not. It's not right. Like something doesn't feel right about the song, about the lyrics. It's too superficial. We don't win just by dissing them. We have to win with love or something.
Yeah.
And that actually,
It was a little inspiring, right? It was like,
yeah.
oh my god,
Well,
I
it's
feel like a human being.
it's conflict. So there's conflict between the group. There's conflict between the girls and the guys. There's internal conflict with one of the characters. So that's how you have a good story. There's lots of conflict, and they did that really well. That's why I was able
I
to.
will
That's
say
why I watched
this.
it to the end.
Yeah. I will say this though. It is an interesting story because they move the story along really quickly, but it's all paced throughout very nicely with the music. That at first I was like, "Where's this story going? Is there any story?" They keep trying to you get a lot of story through the songs, but not really. It's just enough, and then the little bits they give you in between the cut songs or whatever moves the plot along real fast. And I was by the time it was over, I was like, "How was this 2 hours?" It felt like 10 minutes, but it was so I was just really impressed. The
Yeah,
storytelling's well succinct. There's no fluff. It's no filler really. It just goes right through.
yeah. And I have a hard time watching films on my laptop nowadays. Like I get bored and tired of them. Like even good films, it's like if the
Mhm.
pacing isn't up to today's kind of hyper dynamic, if the story isn't grabbing me, there's so much to go. I'll go to a YouTube video. I'll go to something. I'll go check. Okay, what's on Twitter? What's this? What's that? So I get distracted easily, and it's rare that I watch a movie through. So the fact that I watched it through, it's because they did something
Oh
right,
wow. Hmm.
especially considering that I did not feel that this was for me in the beginning at all. So it's just, I think it was well written. It's just managed conflict really well in the story.
So you don't watch any anime then? You don't watch
No,
or
no. I mean, I've watched it, like Akira and Ghost in the Shell and Vampire Hunter D. I've watched anime when I was younger, but a lot of the
yeah.
stuff that I see nowadays is it's just too weird, man. It's just like ugh, like the guys are terrible. There's like there's all these
Yeah.
Japanese little boys that are like have no composure and everything is like overreacted over the top and I just can't get into that. Now that being said, like with Studio Ghibli stuff, that's incredible. That's great stuff. But most of the anime
Hmm.
is not to that level, I find. So I've tried to watch even some concepts that I'm interested in. A lot of the pacing sometimes it's too slow, or it's just the characters they're too caught up in their own internal turmoil for me to care a lot of
Hmm.
times.
Hmm. The reason I ask is because if you've watched like modern anime, also I've watched a bunch of Korean dramas and stuff. So this show like plays into a lot of those stereotypes, and that's I think um, that's why I wasn't like, oh, this isn't for me totally, because I was like, oh, these Koreans they're good at this storytelling and like even though it's not for the male audience, they're trying to make it for girls. They really do try to make it for everybody, and it's like just a general story of people.
Yeah.
Um, and they're pretty good at it. They're like their Korean dramas are great. I've watched like a bunch of them, and I'm like, and usually I'm a sucker for romantic comedies, dude, or rom coms.
Dude,
I like I just bam.
there's a Korean drama that takes place in my city.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, because I live in a super beautiful city. It looks like a European city, right? It's the capital of Quebec. It's the oldest fortified city in America. So you've got these old medieval walls, even though they've been rebuilt, they still look old and medieval. You have a castle right in the middle of the city. You have all these old streets with old buildings that are 200 years old in some cases, and
It's not Kim's Convenience Store, is it? The one on Netflix?
I
That's a
don't think
really
so.
good
It's
show.
something about a door. There's a magic door and I think a mailbox. So there,
Oh.
in the series, they actually show the door. And so it's a real door in the city somewhere. So all the Koreans, they travel to Quebec to go see that door
No
and take a picture
way.
next to the door.
That's
So
great.
when you go in the summertime, you run into just a lot of Korean girls are just hanging out, visiting the city, and
Future ex Guimont wives,
you know
possibly?
what? I don't know. Koreans are something special. But I mean, they're beautiful.
I hear it's sideways.
They're beautiful. But it's Korea's a different society. Like it's very
Yeah.
they're not necessarily welcoming of strangers. Like
Yeah.
they have their own
It's
beauty
like
standards
Japan. They
and
keep
they're
to their
Korean. Yeah, I like Japan a little bit. I mean,
what do they call it when
uh,
they stick to their own people in society, even though it's opening up more and more because of
based. We call
globalization.
that based.
No, there's a word for it. Anyways, yeah. Go on.
So yeah, they come and they take a trip here to see that, and it's super popular TV series, and it's not an anime or anything. So I imagine like most of it is filmed in studio, but they've got these external shots that are here in the city.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
people come on a trip and they get their photo. They love it.
That's very cool. Yeah. Let's see. Paulus Art says, "Lol, it's based though." Omer, the expert weeb. Ah, DB. Paulus says DBZ is about all I got into. I hate Dragon Ball. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Wow. Wow.
I can't stand Dragon Ball. It's
You better
I was
unsub
already an
to him like
adult.
right now because you're not going to get any DBZ from.
Well,
I'm kidding.
actually, I do have some fan art of Dragon Ball because like I tried to get into it, but I was already an adult in college when it finally like started getting popular, and I never got into it like when I was in high school
Yeah,
because
because we're the same age. I'm the same way.
yeah,
Like I
and
never
it
got
was
into
hard to
Pokemon stuff. Like I really have no
yeah.
interest in Pokemon. But there's a
Pikachu's
whole
cute and all, but yeah, go on. Sorry.
no. I like the design of the character. It's cool, but it's one of these things that it's mostly a kids show, so you kind of like get into it when you're a kid, and it's the nostalgia factor will take you there. It's the same way I see with like GI Joe cartoons. That I have a big kind of nostalgic attachment to that show. But I was talking to
Transformers.
with other people who are like in their 30s and tell them, "Oh yeah, it's great because of this and that," and kind of leading up to the way to the conclusion that yeah, you should watch it. But then I'm like, okay, no, it really is a kids show though. You got to. And if you're not a kid when you're watching this, you're probably not going to get the same attachment with the characters that.
Hmm.
Oh, cool Venom there.
Here's my attempt at Geku. I mean Goku.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
You just
He's going
don't want to keep
super
your
super
subs,
gay
do you?
Saiyan.
Yeah.
It's basically the same story over and over, but it's cool power fantasy. Yeah, well, look, I Naruto came out way later, but I watched a couple of the OVAs or the movies or whatever, and I really like Naruto. Um, I tried really hard getting into Dragon Ball, but like I've watched maybe like 3 to 10 episodes, and the episodes where they're just flying in the air having these huge conversations, and nothing happens other than them
Yeah, that makes me laugh, dude.
just
The
throwed me
like
off big time.
fights that last multiple shows, if not seasons. It's like
Yeah,
crazy
it's
overdrawn fights.
nuts.
But there's something appealing to that. But at the same time, maybe they go a little overboard. Because one of the things I kind of like, I one of the issues I had while making my first comic was like, it's a limited space for the combat. I would have wanted the combat to last like 50 pages in a 24-page book, right?
Yeah. And surprisingly, they do that in the manga, right? With Goku, with Dragon Ball, they'll do 50 pages of fucking fight scenes, having huge conversations of dialogue
Yeah.
that span, stories and generations.
Well, that's why my second book is going to be longer. Is this? I want more room to do the action scenes. I was going to say fight scene because the second book is more vehicle chase scene. The action in the first one, it's like fighting in an alley, going up a fire escape, and ending at the rooftop. A little bit of very superhero trope.
Yeah.
Very common superhero trope. But then I'm doing it in my own way at the same time. But the second one, I wanted to change it up, and it kind of felt it happened naturally. To be honest, I wasn't overly thinking, oh, I have to do it differently. It's just no. This is the stage of the story. Is now they're in their vehicles, and you got 4 characters that are on the road at the same time, and they're going to, there's conflict on the road, and it's going to be, this is going to be really cool. Let's do a full-out vehicle chase / fight scene.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of naturally happened. I've written it 42 pages. I was aiming for 32, and it just like, I was like, okay, I'm not going to restrict myself, especially in the first draft. The first draft, you just want to get the ideas out there. And you got to keep in mind that a lot of those are double page spreads. So, two pages are actually a panel. But you still got to draw them. You still got to print them. You still got to do that. But I'm like, okay, let's do 42, man. Because 24, I like that the first one is 24 because it's done. It's out. Well, it's not out yet, but it's on it.
Yeah.
It's at the colorists. But at least, it was done within a reasonable amount of time. And I can have a first book that exists and is out there that people can read, review, critique. And then I could do one that's a little bit more beefier. Because I think the indie movement, Comicsgate books, they're all none of them are 24 pages, really. Like, they're all kind of in the 48-page range.
42 to 48 pages, yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's why they justified the $25, man. So, yeah, nobody wants to make floppies because there's not enough money in it for the bang. It's not.
Well, we're not in the
financially.
same. Yeah, it's not the same
And
business model as it used to be.
Right. And this thing about quality, oh, we could take our time drawing it. I don't believe any of that bullshit. Like, yeah, you can, but these guys have been able to crank out 32 pages or 24 pages in a month. Yeah, maybe they're spending a little bit more time, but and that's fine. You should, because if it makes it work better. But you just have to do so much more stuff. There's other things that have to get done, like running the channel.
Yeah, but hold on. Monthly books actually take 4 months to make, from beginning to end.
For the artist or
for the whole team? The whole team.
4 months,
so
you say?
Yeah, it's about 4 months. You got the writer who's going to write the script. He's working with the editor. Then the penciler gets the letters once they're approved by the editor. Then you got the inker working, getting the pages from the penciler. Then the colorist gets it, and then or the letterer before the colorist sometimes. And the editor's like watching all over this. So it's about a 4-month process. So if you're talking like an indie creator who is writing at the same time, is doing multiple of those steps, you can't push that. I mean, some artists did actually put out like 3 to 4 books in a month, but if you actually look at those books, a lot of it wouldn't pass muster today. Like, I think readers are much more critical. Like, you can't, a lot of those old books, like if they came out today, people would say, well, there's not enough backgrounds.
First of all, you're wrong, and you're wrong. Monthly books are called monthly books because they get put out every month, and artists do make 24 pages in a month.
Yeah, but you have a corporation behind it.
I'm not talking about anybody else's role. I'm just talking about the artist. And
okay.
I'm just I'm not talking about quality either. I'm just saying that it does happen and it gets made in a month.
Yeah, but hold on, because the artist has to do the crowdfunding. He has to do the marketing.
Oh, no. I'm not talking about crowdfunding. I'm just like regular monthly real comics. Yeah, I'm not talking about.
No, I know, but you can't like hold the same standard to an indie creator, to someone who's like
right. But taking a year to make a 48-page comic, that's a little much,
No, it's not. It's not. Look at the European creators. European bande dessinée, they come out with 1 book a year. And the books are anywhere from 48 to 72 pages. Sometimes it's more than a year, but like a 48-page comic comes out once a year in Europe. And there you usually have a writer and artist team. And the artist will be doing the pencils, inks, and colors. And the writer will just, be writing the book. And it takes the artist about a year to do those 48 pages in penciled inks and colors and lettering.
I don't even know why I'm arguing it, because I'm taking forever. So I don't know what I'm trying to say. I've lost.
That's okay, man. I love these types of discussions because I think about this stuff all the time. Like, I was watching another comic book creator. I forget his name. He doesn't have a real punchy name, but he's got a YouTube channel, and he's been like doing these rants while he's showing a time lapse of his comic books. And it's funny because
Uncle Ewan.
No, I don't recognize that name, so it's somebody else. But the guy, it's funny because he seems to be arguing for the opposite of what he's doing, because he's doing he's inking these complicated like shadings with a small micron over these pages, and he's talking about the importance of speed. It's all speed. And you look at what he's doing, and it's taking a lot of time. So it's like he's somewhere else in his head, whereas he's with what he's actually putting out. It's like he's trying to convince himself that he needs to focus on speed, but he's not. That's not what he's actually putting out. And I think we're all kind of a little bit tortured about that dilemma, right? Because it is something that, because there's obviously good arguments to speed. Duh. Like you want to be out there, you want people to buy in the book, you want to be relevant, you want to be the topic of conversation, and you want the stories to come out frequently enough to people can get back in the story and reading your books. But at the same time, yeah, if you rush through it, if you cut corners, that's gonna.
That's what I don't agree with. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I'm not saying the cutting corners or rushing because you can. I think like in my case, I'm so stuck in my head about the story. Then that's what's really kept it from coming out because I want it to be good. Um, and that idea of good is holding me back. And if I just get it out, and it's okay, that's okay too. These grandiose ideas of, oh, we're spending more time with quality and it's good, and they sound like excuses. And I'm saying it for myself. I'm saying it for myself.
Yeah,
Not others.
speaking for
Others might.
yourself. Yeah. You because you got your own book, you're like got 60, 70 pages, and you're not putting it out, and you're asking yourself in an introspective kind of way, like, am I making excuses for not putting out my book?
Right. But and then look at the manga process. These guys are cranking out sometimes 12 to 18 pages like every 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's
They're
like 10
fighting for
pages a
the
week, dude. It's like crazy stuff. But again, they are a very tight team. And a lot of them like sleep in the same
sometimes it's
fucking
one
house.
guy. Yeah, well, it's only a tight team when they've made it somewhat big, but in the beginning, it's one guy busting his ass and fighting for the win in the Shonen Jump magazine. Otherwise, they get tossed to the back and then kicked out.
Yeah. But like a lot of them like live in the same house. You know what I mean? Like they're multiple mangaka living under a house and they'll like help each other out and stuff.
Sure, yeah, some, yeah, but that's not traditionally how it's always been. There's also been your outliers where it's one guy by
Yeah.
himself cranking it out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and speed is the innovator. Speed and time crunch is the innovator of ingenuity, right? It makes you think better and faster, and it's
Yeah.
rapid iteration. Elon Musk. So this slowpoke aspect of the crowdfunding is so annoying, and like, and I even fall into it, right? I even fall into it with because I've never put anything out because I'm a little bitch. But if I thought of maybe putting more stuff out, like just crank stuff out, and it may not be all of it may not be great, but it could be decent enough, right? If it funds, and maybe somewhere along the way I'll make something great.
Well, yeah. I mean, before you can make something great, you have to make something.
I don't know if my perspective on it is adding any good
Listen,
context.
I took a year to write my story, right? And I'm not talking about just 24 pages. I'm talking like the first draft was 20 pages, but those 20 pages are going to end up being like maybe 100 to 150 pages because it was just too condensed. Like the
Right.
24-page comic that's being crowdfunded now was taken from the first 4 pages of my initial 20-page draft. So
Crazy. That's great though.
yeah, because I just
But
put
why did it
too
take you
much
a
in it.
year? Like why couldn't you do it faster? Like
Well, because you want your characters to be developed. You want to have multiple characters. You want to know their background. You want to. I had to design a costume. I had to design, the characters. It didn't like. It's not like you get an idea and your idea is
right.
all
We
done.
have to let it ferment. Right. We have to let it
Yeah, I
ferment.
drew, and I hadn't drawn comics for like decades, right? I did a lot of drawing when I was young, so I didn't lose that, kind of like riding a bicycle, but I was rusty, especially with the inking. Like my hand wasn't kind of
Now,
warmed up,
when you
and
say drawn comics in decades, like you drawn a professional comic before, or are you just talking about like
yes,
for yourself for fun, or
no,
explain
I've
this because I've
drawn.
heard you say it multiple times,
Yeah,
and
so I drew professionally. I drew 3 comics for. It's private individual, so it's not Marvel or DC. But I drew penciled 3 full comics in black and white, and then that didn't go anywhere. And I did some other personal stuff, like I did adaptation of 1984, but that was like my own project, and it was before crowdfunding. I made a little bit of money. I got a lot of interest, but I couldn't pay the rent. So
yeah,
at one point, I was just racking up debt, and drawing a comic takes all of your time. So it's not like you can earn money on the side and draw full time. And also, the strategy I had with that book was the most freaking complicated strategy you could. Like, I had 3D elements, so I would draw my page in pencil, scan it in, add the 3D elements, print it out, and then ink it. And it was
fascinating.
it was stupid complicated. So, and I was building a website. I was, going to conferences. I was doing other stuff. I had printed posters. I had T-shirts. So I was building the whole project, but I had no crowdfunding. And things did take off for a little bit, but never enough to live off of it. So if it was a different time, it might have worked. If I had backing, or, didn't have to pay rent somewhere, it might have worked. But the pressure was too much. I got into debt, and I couldn't keep up the pace. So eventually I went back to school and, learned computer networking, and then eventually became a web programmer as a side quest. So that's kind of what I mean by stop drawing comics for about 20 years. And then I was drawing stuff, but I built a website with vector graphics. So I was doing a lot of drawing, but in vectors. So I became really good with scalable vector graphics, they call. Basically, it's what the type of art you find in Adobe Illustrator, right? So I became one of the best, to be honest, like in Canada on the topic, like really, really in love with that aspect of it, because it was the line art of web development. So even if I'm trying to get away from comics, I'm still freaking passionate about line art and, drawing things on the screen. And I can't get away. I built my own.
For the audience that doesn't know what vector is, a vector is an image-based artwork, or
A line-based artwork, yeah.
That can be rescaled at any size and doesn't lose fidelity. Fidelity meaning the quality. It doesn't pixelate because it's not pixel-based, it's vector-based.
Yeah.
Which is line-based.
I created a character
I'm telling
called...
the audience, not for you. It's
no, of course, obviously. I get it. And I created a website called charactercreator.org, and that started off slow a little bit, but then it really took off. Like, for a while, I had like 200 to 400,000 views per month, and so it was crazy. I paid ads on it, so that's what kind of gave me the jumping off point to do Rattel. Is it was paying my rent for a little while. Not anymore, but because ads are down and AI is taking the place of character creators on the website. But I mean, I still get a few bucks. Yeah, charactercreator.org. You can go check it out. It's just a vector. It's super well done. I'm super proud. Like, I reprogrammed that website like 4 or 5 times. Like, it's been through many iterations. It's really fast. It's really optimized. It's really good. I'm super proud of that website.
What's it called?
Charactercreator.org. That's why
drop it in the chat.
That's why my YouTube is called Character Creator. Not my YouTube, but my Twitter.
Yeah.
So I did that for a little while. Once it was paying the rent, I was like, okay, well, I can kind of afford to spend a lot of time on my comic book. And
Sure.
so I was kind of building the story kind of in a nice and slow pace. And I'm also like learning about writing. Like I've read books on writing for decades. Like it's something I've always been interested in from afar, but I've never published anything really. I've never, been a professional writer, nor did I think I would ever be. I was just like interested in the craft, like, oh, writing is a fascinating thing, right?
Yeah.
And it was
I
always with
think I've
the,
been to this website before, Fred. Like years ago. Like it was this site around 10 years ago.
yeah, I created it in 2014, so it was around 11 years ago.
All right. So I think I've actually visited this site. Let me
Yeah,
drop it
it's
in the link.
super
Check it out,
popular.
everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for a while, if you typed in character creator in Google, I was the first, the top answer for a little while.
Check it out, guys. Fred has his one of his finest moments. Very cool.
Yeah, I'm super proud of that one. I became a really good web developer.
That's awesome, dude.
But then,
Is there like a can people pick up your books or have you ever seen it on eBay? Any of the previous stuff you've made?
yes. So I was,
And
after a while, I went back to look for them. Like I checked the website of the publisher. It's called Good Intentions Paving Company. The book was called Candy Apple Black. So I did the first three under a
that's a
pen
cool
name.
name.
It is,
It's
but
a cool name.
the website disappeared. You can't Google it anymore. It's like it didn't exist. So I was like, hold on a minute. Like there's got to be traces somewhere, right? And
You go on the
I
Wayback
found
Machine.
I did, but the
Oh, you
website
did.
was. I did. No, you can find it on the Wayback Machine, but it's all broken. It's
Uh-huh.
like it's one of those
Yeah.
weird websites. It's not really well programmed, so you go on it, but everything's buggy, so you can't navigate through it really well. So I was like, oh wow! It's like I'm going to sound crazy if I talk about this comic book because I've got like no proof that it actually existed. But then I went to eBay, and you can find lots of copies on eBay of Candy Apple Black. I think it's a 6-issue series, 6 or 7 books. The covers are beautiful. It's not my art on the covers. It's a very talented painter did the covers. I did the interiors for the first 3 books. So I rebought. I had my own comp copies back in the day, but I kind of lost them along the way. It's been a long time. I moved a lot, so each time I moved, I kind of lost a little bit of stuff.
Yep, that's how it goes.
And so I have copies here. Like I don't think I even opened them. Like I ordered them on eBay just to have them, and I put them on the shelf when I got them. I'm like, I don't want to look at this shit. This shit. I just want to have it as proof that it exists, but I don't necessarily want to go through it yet. I mean, maybe I'll go. Maybe when Rattel is out, I'll be able to look at it, compare, contrast, or something.
Just real quick, I don't know it looks like the live reset. And I don't know, it just went live again. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it kind of flashed on the screen, but
yeah,
I'm looking at the live on my laptop and it's still going. So
yeah, it's still going. So I don't know what happened there.
yeah, and I stopped drawing because I'm
Yeah, I
telling my
know. I
story.
know. I was like, he hasn't drawn anything in like half an hour.
You draw too slow. Shut up.
Yeah, and I'm done. I'm finished. I finished inking my little punchy. Um, well, I'm glad to hear more because I know I've asked you and you've told me a little bit about your previous comic book history, but just wanted to share with the audience, so I thought I'd ask again.
Yeah, and you
Thanks
didn't
for
know the
sharing
whole
that.
full details either,
Yeah, I
right?
didn't know all of it.
Now, ChatGPT or Grok will know the whole thing. And
Put it all together for us. But yeah, it would be cool to see a little bit of that, like, and see you talk about it a little bit more. That your previous, you know, comic book experience and drawing and stuff, and having that maybe on your website or
yeah, so well, the
uh,
website is Rattel. I've got my own name.com that I bought, but
uh-huh.
I haven't put anything on there. And the weird thing is, I don't know how they're doing it, but there's a gambling company that is putting gambling ads on that address, even though I own the address. So it's really I don't know how they're doing that. Anyways, I gotta create my own website where I can put like up to date art, handle commissions from that website, and maybe like have it serve as a portfolio.
Yeah, that would be cool, man. So people could see your like it's what's it called? It's like well, like your show. It's proof of concept that you've kind of done some of this stuff before, and you kind of know what you're doing, and you've been in the industry. It adds street
Yeah,
cred, right?
yeah, yeah,
To some
yeah.
extent. I mean, I'm not saying like it solidifies you as blah blah blah, but it's like this guy ain't a Yahoo coming out of nowhere. He's dabbled before.
No, I've
Same thing with
studied
me.
comics like crazy. I put in a lot of like I was really close to breaking in. Never broke into Marvel or DC, but I was like really close. I had sent in an application to the Joe Kubert School, and they told me I was one of their top 3 applicants for that year. So, you know,
Ooh, big ego stroke.
I mean, it's
It's nice. Yeah, that's
well,
nice.
you like your opinion of yourself is like a roller coaster, right? You
What's
can
up,
go
some
think
person?
from thinking that you're the best to the fact that you're shit and you're worthless, right? Because
Right.
when
Sure.
I look at the fact
I
that I
don't think
never
that.
worked for no, I know, but I'm just kind of reflecting on it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
When I think about the fact that I never made it to Marvel or DC, I think, well, I'm worthless, and I never got my career off. But at the same time, I have to look at these things like the feedback I got from those and say, no, I was really close to it. I could have been a contender, Alma. But
Mm-hmm.
so you because it flows. It's never a straight line. You never have a balanced opinion of your own worth. It's like a freaking roller coaster. Some days you're on a high, like, yeah, man, I've
Sure.
made it. Things are happening. It's good. I'm a great artist. All this shit. And other times you're like, I'm not shit. I'm a worthless piece of I don't deserve to be in this space.
I rarely think like that. I try to stay really positive most of the time. I don't second guess. Like I got rid of all that shit in college, man. Like I don't think that now ever. I just have fun and I keep making stuff. And if it's shit, it's shit. That's okay. Maybe the next one won't be shit. I don't care about that kind of narrative either. Um, and at least for myself, right? I don't think that and I strongly encourage young people not to think that way because it's so detrimental. Just keep making more and more stuff. You will get better. Of
Yeah,
course, try to get better because if you keep making more and more stuff the same way and not learn or trying to get better and improve, then you're gonna keep making total shit. But and maybe you should feel bad at that point. But
yeah. Well, I mean, I think those type of conversations come up online where because people are naturally going to judge you, like
right,
so
right.
when you reflect on other people's opinion of yourself, that's when those type of thoughts kind of surface.
Sure, if you give them a lot of credibility and care what other people think, and I don't. So very
Yeah,
rarely. There's a few people I care about that. It's nice to know their opinion, but ultimately, is it gonna reflect or hurt me? If I let it, right? We control our own emotions and feelings for the most part, unless you have an ex-wife that totally rips them all out. Let's see, some person says also draw stuff you hate to draw. Yeah, that helps. Yeah, it'll make you a better artist if you actually go through it and do it. Most people won't finish because they hate it. Um, yeah,
yeah, and
you have to try to draw everything.
that's why it's important to draw sequentials and not just pinups. Because when you
Ugh,
draw pinups, you're like,
ugh.
okay, you could get really good at drawing those babes, right?
Yeah,
But if you
I don't
just yeah,
believe that either. I don't believe that either. Just keep drawing, guys. Always keep drawing pinups, sequentials. It doesn't matter what it is. Never just like if you want to do this, don't stop. Like just draw everything. And yes, draw sequentials, draw pinups, draw whatever.
yeah, well, you
Keep
want to
making stuff.
vary it up because you want to have a well-rounded drawing skills, right? Because you can get into a trap of just drawing hot babes.
Yeah.
Like some people are really good at drawing hot babes, but they can't draw. They wouldn't be able to tell a
Car.
story with it. Yeah, well, the car. Yeah, cars are.
They can't draw a simple table.
Yeah,
Like if you're really good at
it's true.
drawing hot babes, you're probably gonna be fine at drawing a car. Like realistically, like even your first time out, you're gonna be like, I've never driven a car, but look at this super hot chick I can draw, and she's really good. And then you try drawing a car, and you're like, that's a pretty good car. That's not too bad.
I don't.
I'm
I
not
wouldn't.
saying it's
I wouldn't say
I'm not
that.
saying it's gonna be perfect, but uh, uh, yeah, you can't get good at drawing a hot babe without getting good at drawing. Like, and that's like I said, I'm not saying it's perfect, but you're probably gonna draw a decent car, good enough, you know.
Uh,
That's where I
I,
differ. I try to be more positive about it, you know, because
no, I'm
yeah,
just
you
kind of
should be able to draw
reflecting.
multiple things. You just
I'm
can't
just
do one over
reflecting
and over
on
again.
my learning process, and I just know. Okay, you learn how to draw characters, but then when you go and draw cars, it's just a different set of skills. It's a
Yeah,
different.
it's the same skills, same talent. It's all drawing. It's line making. It's shape and form. Flat 2D surface. The same skills. There's not different set of skills. It's the same skills.
Nah, hold on now.
Just because it's geometric versus organic, it doesn't
Yeah,
mean it's a
that's.
different set of skills.
I
It's the same
know, but
skills and talent.
you're not going to change my mind. Like if you've only
I'm
drawn.
not trying to. It's just a
Uh,
difference of opinion.
yeah, sure. But like I've drawn both. Like I know, okay, you practice characters, you practice anatomy, then you go to draw a car and it looks really off because you're like, okay, I've got a lot of complex stuff here. It's a machine, so you've got perspective is way more important when you're drawing a car than when you're drawing a character.
Is it? I don't
Yeah,
agree with that either.
yeah, because you have your wheels are cylinders. They've got to be parallel. They've got to hit the ground. They've got an axle, and you got the proportions on the car. If your axles are too far apart, it doesn't look like the right car model anymore. And the wheels as well, they don't want to be. So there's lots of proportions, and
Look, I
it's
drew a
all
car. It's a car.
technical stuff. So
All
it's all
right. This
technical
is
lines. You've got little bits
this
of you got vents.
is a
These are
car.
like all sharp angles that turn into curves. So when I learned to draw cars, it was a different, it's different building blocks
He's
than
talking about
drawing.
drawing realistic cars or a specific car. This is
Yes.
a
Oh
car.
yeah. I mean, not like you could draw a kid's car like that, and
And you can do this in comics, and that's okay.
yeah, but that's not the type of comics I do.
Now I'll try drawing a nice good car. Or
Like, say
let's
you want to
consider
draw
good
like a
perspective.
specific car, right? You want to draw a Porsche, or you want to draw
Mhm.
a,
Let's make one out.
a
We can do that.
Charger or
We can
something.
design
If you
it.
want it to look like
Yeah,
a specific car, then you're going to represent something from reality.
I'm just trying to counterpoint Fred's perspective
Yeah.
here. Being devil's advocate.
Does he pay well, the devil?
No, not at all. He takes, he doesn't give, Fred. He's a taker, not a giver.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's see. Understandable, you run out of pencil drawing the junk. Storytelling is different from just drawing, though. Yeah, yes, there is an element that is
Oh,
different,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, that's the emergence of language and art together that I think makes that's the real challenge, right? That's the real challenge there.
It's
Instead of
yeah, it's another level on top of because drawing is just one of the skills to make comics. It's a very common misconception. People think, okay, you could draw illustrations, you can make a comic. No, there's storytelling aspects to it. You got to understand when you read Will Eisner's stuff. You understand. Okay, you got to understand the basics of theatrics, right? We read from left to right, so you want the story to be flowing from left to right. You want to like there's aspects of illustration that translate over, obviously, like capturing the eye, reading the, you can read an illustration the same way you read a page, like your eyes going moving from one thing to another. Where are the details? The characters can be pointing to things. You can have composition that draws your attention to something in the background where normally it would fade into the background, but because everything is kind of built around that element, the eye is drawn to it and things like that. So you have this understanding of composition and, you know, theatrics that come into building a page. So you're not just building an illustration. You're not even just building like 6 illustrations. You're building these 6 illustrations in sequence to each other. And
Yeah, but you can also do just
in,
6 static images, and they can be sequenced to each other, and you don't have to be a like storyteller on the page. You can still be a storyteller, even illustrative. Like I don't
yeah,
necessarily.
you could draw, you could tell a story with a fixed image. But when you're doing comics, you're you're balancing the sequence of your images and the juxtaposition of them on the page, and like where they are on which page as well, because you want to
Yeah,
be
pacing
conscious
of
of
the story.
the pacing and the page turn. Page turn is a really important element as well. Those are things you don't have like in movies or books in the same way, because you can't build your book thinking, okay, I want this sentence to be at the bottom of page 31, because it's going to be dependent on the formatting of the book, and each, you know, publication of the book is going to be kind of dispersed differently. But on a comic, you control the page absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Not sure why the timer on my live it reset when we saw that flash. So we went 2 hours and then it reset, and I don't know if there's like a limit or something. But we're still
Uh,
live. We're still live. I'm gonna check to see if it's split into 2 streams. I don't think no, it's still one stream on YouTube.
yeah, I'm down to 36% battery, and I've got to take a piss, man, dude. I've been
Yeah.
needing to take a
Well,
piss for like about an hour.
we've had a good conversation though. So we're
Yeah, I
gonna
mean,
cut out, folks. We've been going like 2 hours and 14, 30 minutes, something like that.
kept
Uh,
2 hours.
yeah, dude, it's been a while.
It's
Well, we
crazy.
we started at 2:30. It's 4:18. Yeah, almost 2 hours here.
Okay, I gotta
Okay,
take a leak. I'll
okay.
be
I'll wait
right
for you to come
back.
back. Go for it. Yeah,
Sounds good.
over here. I'll entertain the masses. Entertain the masses. So, got my punchy all done up. Punchy right there. Um, yeah. Yeah, Punchy. It's Chainsaw Man, biggest movie out in theaters in America. Everybody's weeping out. So I'm not sure, but I think Punchy's a girl, and I always thought Punchy, because it's Ponchita. I always thought Punchy was a boy, and I could have swore in the anime he refers to him as a boy. But so I only have these 2 volumes. Volume 2. I want to get them all. It'd be cool. In volume 11. The art look like some of this stuff sucks to me. Like this face, like it's cool, but like it sucks. Like it's not great, but it's good enough. You know, this one here, this looks great too. But it's very very simplified. They like he only takes his time on these pages here. I wish I could mute Fred. We can hear you flushing the toilet, Fred. And then and they take their time here, but like all the other panels are like super undefined. They don't go all nuts, and I love these little pages. These are awesome. But look at all this here.
I'm
I
back.
hope that's not Fred peeing. Fred, we can hear everything you're doing. We heard you flush the toilet.
No,
We heard
that's
you.
a coffee. I'm pouring a little bit more coffee in my cup.
Yeah. No. We heard the flush and everything.
Oh
On
shit,
page.
you for real?
We heard like a.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, I should have muted
No.
because I'm used to muting on. That's my bad. Sorry, folks. I'm used to muting on StreamYard, and now
Yes.
that we're doing the YouTube, like
Oh
I can
yeah. How do you
freaking.
mute?
Well, I got a mute phone,
Yeah.
so
There's this.
like
Yeah.
I can mute
Yeah.
myself out. I got to do that next time. That's my bad, man, dude. I'm not used to the YouTube live
Right.
format,
Right.
so
I was just talking about Chainsaw Man and in the art the Ponchi, and yeah, I mean, look at some of the stuff, Fred. This stuff, some of it sucks. Like that's pretty and nice, but it's not like American standards. There's no rendering. It's flat. Look at it's.
Well, that's the
You
thing.
know,
That's how you put out freaking 10 pages a
right?
week. Like
They
some of them
pick
are just
one panel.
faces,
Yeah, they pick one
no
panel.
background.
Yeah, no background, very little. But it's the story's important, not and when you get to the good stuff, I mean, you'll get the good stuff, right? Like when you get to the fight scenes,
Yeah.
these dramatic, a little bit more dramatic pages. But
Yeah.
like, yeah, this is how you're gonna get 10 pages done a week. Otherwise, it ain't getting done. It ain't gonna get done. But like, oh, when he grabs the boobies, finally, he does it all for the boobies. It's great.
Don't we all?
Uh, Yes, look, grab. Don't we all? I thought after I saw this comic and the anime and the manga, I thought about switching the whole glitch thing and just make it all about him trying to grab boobies. Like the whole
Dude,
thing's all about
it's,
it, just like this.
yeah. I was kind of that way with Rattel. Like when it takes a long time to draw your first pages, especially if it's been a while.
Yeah.
And I was like drew 4 pages. Like there's no babes in these. Like I can't. And then I overcompensated when I drew a waitress. She was
Yeah.
very endowed. Let's just say.
Yeah.
And then I realized, okay, like I'm overcompensating. The chick is coming in halfway to the book, but I drew the book over a year, so it took me 6 months to get to the parts with the babes.
Yeah. 6 months. Damn, dude.
Well, you got to understand. I was
I wanna
doing
encourage you.
commissions. I was
Oh,
doing commissions as
gotcha.
well, so it's not like I'm spending 6 months on those pages.
Right. Let's see. Some person says, great card drawings. It's good enough for the fridge owner." Yes, all right. And then he says, what is that in the back of Punchy? That shit or something? You're talking about so there's a little. He has a little like hard case on his butt.
Oh,
That's what
dude,
they're
it looks
asking.
like a ball sack or something.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's a little back plate on his butt. I don't know. I'll show you here the reference. Uh, and then let's see. Some person says, "My God, you need to see a doctor." And then Paulus says, hack, you're a hack." Thank you, Paulus.
There you go.
Um, Sorry, I didn't mean to. Did I? I felt like I interrupted you. Sorry, Fred.
Oh no, I didn't even notice it. I don't know.
I feel like I've interrupted you throughout the whole stream, and I apologize for that. Um,
No, it's called a conversation.
so you see, like here, Ponchi has. Oh, I think we lost Fred. We lost Fred. So he's got a little something on his butt. He's back. What
Oh,
happened?
okay. I
We
went
lost
out.
you.
Yeah. Like my app just started spinning
Yeah.
wheel.
Uh, Yeah. So you got the same thing that happened earlier. Yeah.
It happened on my
Basically.
end. Yeah. Well, because
Yeah.
I'm going through Wi-Fi at the same
Me
time.
too.
So when we're going through
Sometimes, yeah.
StreamYards,
Sometimes it doesn't.
I'm wired when we go through StreamYard, so the quality's much higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to step out and
Yeah. Let's
go
get
eat
out of here.
and stuff. Right? This was fun,
Yes.
man.
Hey, real quick. There it is again. So sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. I think it's the back handle. When you hold a chainsaw, it's got two handles. I think it's the other handle. Um, do you want to try doing this tomorrow, and we'll go on your channel?
Yeah, man. I'm loving this formula. This
So
feels cool. Well, it's more interesting with back and forth than just doing it. I mean, I do appreciate doing it solo as well. It's kind
yes,
of
I
cool.
do.
But these are nice as well. So yeah, let's keep them going and see where this leads us.
Good job, Mikey. All right, man. So tomorrow I'll look for a link from you. We'll be on Fred's channel tomorrow doing this about 2ish. Is that or 2:30? What do you?
Sounds good. Yeah, to Central your time, so it's about
Yeah.
3 Eastern.
Okay. Let's shoot for 2. I'm usually really available at 2, and I've been doing all my little live streams like this. And I want to get back to Fred because he came on my channel. So we'll be on Fred's channel. Make sure you like, subscribe to both our channels. Oh, quick announcement. We made it to 700 subscribers. We're at 701. Hopefully, we stay there and
Wow.
push forward. Thank you, everybody who subscribed. And we currently have one member on the channel. Thank you, Halder. He's getting something super special for being the first member. And I think
Nice.
there's one guy who's thinking about becoming a member soon here, and hopefully that'll happen soon. There,
Congratulations, man. You've been grinding a lot, so you deserve this.
appreciate it. Thank you, man. Yeah, 701 as of last night. And hopefully it stays like it's just it's a fun game. Oh, we're at 702, baby, 702, and I'm thankful for all the backers, all the subscribers, all the everybody who comes into the chat and hangs out, guys. Like it means a lot, but it's like a video game that I'm playing against myself because I'm trying to get to. My goal is a thousand subscribers, and trying to retain that on is to come back and watch. So that's the main thing. You need the watch time. It's about watch time rather than subs, but we need subs too. I'm not saying no, But yeah, subscribe to us. We're trying to succeed. We hope you're on the journey with us to success. And stay positive. Keep drawing. Don't get down on yourself. Don't listen too much to what other people say because there's going to be a lot of negative people out there and they want to bust your balls and bring you down. Try to maybe listen to a couple of close friends that have a valued, keen eye. Don't, because your family and real close friends, they're gonna tell you they love all your shit, right? And it smells beautiful, but it could be so shit. Um, other artist friends, maybe you value their opinion a little bit more, kind of thing. And the ones that have keen eyes, because someone will be real with you and say, "Hey, you can improve on this," but overall, they'll be like, "That's pretty good." In the
Yeah,
end,
I
that's pretty
think
good.
both extremes are kind of like you want to stay in the middle somewhere because if you're just full of yourself and like you think everything you're doing is great, you're not necessarily going to improve.
Yeah,
And if you're
yeah.
beating yourself up too much, like you're like, okay,
You
well,
might
I'm
want to
not where
quit.
I'm at.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna suffer. You're gonna suffer a
I
lot
try to stay
trying.
positive and have fun with it because the more positive and
Yeah,
fun you have with it, the faster you're going to learn these things.
yeah,
Stop. Don't make it an uphill battle for you, and don't let all the naysayers totally bring you down because that'll keep you from learning. And you need to stay
yeah.
learning and
Have fun and
in
give
the
yourself little challenges at the same
yeah,
time to
yeah.
push your limits a little bit. Draw stuff you haven't drawn before. See where we can take it.
And if you're not drawing comics specifically, and or if you are, draw them more and as often as you can. Try a little bit of rapid iteration in the sense of trying to get to a push of getting better at it. It doesn't always work, and it's not. I'm not saying you should always stay in that mode either, because it can be hindersome if you do by overtaxing yourself.
And if you
Um,
can, try to be Japanese.
I will say this: there was a point where I was having a really hard time of kind of leveling up and really feeling like I hadn't progressed and I was kind of stagnating and going a little bit backwards.
Uh
That
huh.
I did the Inktober challenge, and that kind of helped me get into a little bit of mindset of drawing faster and kind
Yeah.
of. There was a bunch of crappy drawings at first, but then they got started getting better.
Yeah.
So and then in college there was a point where some guy, other artist was like, you're not good, you suck, blah blah blah. I'm like, dude, I'm fucking my shit's better than yours. And
Oh,
then
I
and
know
then
that
I
guy.
started then I started looking at his stuff and I was like, all right, let me see. And then I sketched all the shit he had drawn just to kind of get an idea and feel for it. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna draw more, and I'm gonna push myself to get better. Like I wanted to get better. I forced myself to get better, and it took a lot of work and a lot of the
Yeah.
crappy sketches and a lot of shitty drawings that no one will ever see, hopefully. But I'm not embarrassed to share them either. But like, I wanted to get better, and I made myself get better by doing it. I put the time and effort. I was drawing maybe like 10 hours a day for
Yeah.
like a month because I was just like, this isn't gonna beat me. Fuck this guy. Like I took that negative input and I made it a positive thing, and I got better. And I'm like, I did this drawing, and I'm like, what about this drawing, asshole? And he shut up. He's like, okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So, and I did it in a month, and I was just like, fuck you, bitch. That's what I
Well,
do with like
see,
negativity, and I try to make it positive. And
that's the thing. That's the thing as well. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm all for positivity, but I don't want to, like, being all positive all the time. You can start being fake as well. So
Yeah,
there's something to be
sure.
said with, a little realism in there and kind of, balancing it out. But yeah, you want to have fun. You want to keep it going because if you're not having fun,
Yeah, you're
you're
probably
not
gonna
going to be.
not keep doing it. Yeah.
Well, the fun is kind of what keeps it motivating as well.
Yes, some person, he's got it right. Yes, let the hate flow. Like, yeah, take the hate, make it empowering, make it fuel, make it passion, fire.
Yeah,
And
use
yes,
it
be grounded, like Fred's
to
saying.
fuel your
Mhm.
to turn it into a challenge, right? Turn the
Yes,
haters and
haters
like your story.
focus.
Your story's great. You're like, okay, well, I'll practice and I'll show him, and I think
It's it,
that's a healthy
it
attitude. That's
it's a little bit
competition.
of that shonen jump thing of the little boy going on the journey, trying to get better and better all the time, so he could fight the one guy that beat him up at the beginning of the story.
Yeah, that's the healthy part of competition, man.
Yeah,
Competition breeds,
ingenuity.
improvement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some person says, remember, you say you would do a hot tub bikini stream when you get to 1,000 subs. You know what? I did say that, and I'll try to
Uh
make some
oh.
version of that happen. As weird as it may be, I'm not saying no. Now I
You
may
got to be
not be
careful
on
what
a
you say on
stream.
stream, man. They're
Yeah,
going to hold you to it.
well, a
They're-
thousand members is what I meant. Some now,
yeah. There you go. You got to change the goalposts now.
I got to change the goalposts. Yeah, I'm moving it to create more anger and more focus. But no. The only
Conflict.
part of that is I won't wear a mankini. But yeah, the rest of it, I do it. Fuck it, I do it for 1,000 subs. Hell yeah,
It'll be funny.
yeah, it would be funny. I need to start working out then, because, dude, I could be at 1,000 subs in like 3 to 6 months. You
Well,
know.
that's the thing, man. You got to set goals to achieve them. Because if you're just like the same thing with your glitch, like I didn't know you had 60 to 70 pages. I'm starting to think,
Yeah.
okay, dude, you got to start thinking about putting some version of that out there.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Next time I'll show you the portfolio. Next time we're on the regular stream, I'll show
Hmm.
you what I got, the portfolio, and I'll show you
Sounds
some
good, man.
pictures.
Sounds good.
Uh, right, let's get out of here real quick. Just want to say, some person says eventually you'll learn how to redirect negative energy to be productive. Absolutely, I'm not looking forward to it, but a word's a word. Yeah, yeah. So you better be there. All right, we're getting out of here. Thanks, folks. Check out the regular channel at 6. I'll be on for the regular show, Drawing Friends. Fred's always welcome. I send the invite. He has access to it,
Yeah.
whether he shows up or not. But
And
totally up to him.
sub to my channel to get
Yes,
Omer and I tomorrow on the stream. So
yes,
it's going to be
yes,
fun.
yes. 2 p.m. CST. That's 3 p.m. Eastern, right? Your
Is
Eastern time.
correct. Yep.
So we'll be on tomorrow, and make sure you're sub to Fred, so you'll get notification when we go live. Um, I'll drop a link to Fred's channel here in just a second. Give me 1 second.
Oh,
Uh,
thank you.
yeah, I think I have it here. Let me find it real quick. Uh, how? Where? Let's do it.
Hold on, I
Let's
could
do it.
probably do it too. The internet's a bit slow. Okay, I got it. Where are we streaming? I started listening to some K-pop as well recently. There you go.
Yeah. Oh,
Sub
there
to
you
my
go.
channel,
All right.
folks. We'll see you
Thank you,
tomorrow,
Fred.
and we'll talk
Bye,
about the
guys.
K-pop I've been listening to.
Awesome. Bye, guys. Have a good one. Later.
Take care. Talk to you later.